Hello, everyone, and welcome back to D&D&D&D&D campaign number 2 of Black Ink and Blue Blood. When we last left off, the party infiltrated the barbarous capital city Toradana in an effort to reach the inner depths of the citadel and assassinate the barbarian king and stop his army from joining the Concord and perforating the Ichor Beast problem further and further. Making their way to the Citadel as the Western Alliance army fights off the conscripts and regulars of the barbarous army. The party snuck their way past the high-ranking officers, who appear to have been employed as a dedicated protection just for Barbarous's inner workings, leaving the rest of their lower-ranking allies to fight the Alliance alone. But as the Alliance launches their attack on the Capitol building, the party infiltrates. However, it appears they were not the first and only to do so. As Zephyr made a fool of the barbarous king, the Wolfhound struck, dealing a fatal blow to King Barbarous and removing his head from his shoulders. However, as the officers fight to protect their now dead governor, the party moves to intervene, attempting to sever the Wolfhound's metallic arm and potentially stop the assassin before he can escape and continue haunting their march. And that is where we pick back up. We start at the top of the round with the Wolfhound himself. Looking down at his tattered ligaments.
Wait, hold on. It went Wolfhound and Caleb, right? If I remember right, that's how it went. Like Wolfhound, Caleb.
Yeah, it goes Wolfhound,
Zephyr?
Caleb, Zephyr, the officers, what's his Lucian.
It's pretty funny that like the. I just find it funny that like the one who that it went Wolfhound then Caleb.
Mm-hmm.
Considering what the party has just learned.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what did he roll?
I didn't track his initiative once I got the order established. It was pretty high though. He has a pretty good dex.
Fair enough. I just find it funny.
Probably like 27 dex, something like that.
But sizing up the situation, looking at the torn ligaments of his metallic arm, he is going to place a hand over his chest. You all can see a ring on one of his fingers gleam, and he turns invisible.
I knew he was gonna fucking do that.
Can any of you see invisibility?
No.
Right now.
Well, I will say, being rogue blindsight.
Oh, very good. So,
Wait, is that just something he
Yep,
gets?
you have it as well. Rogue.
I do?
Yep,
Hold on.
blindsight, level
Features.
14.
Blind sense. No, you're able to hear. You are aware of the location of any hidden or invisible creature within 10 feet of you.
all right, noted.
Interesting. I didn't know about that one.
So, Caleb, for now, you're not sure of his location, but you will be able to sense him if he gets close. Zephyr, able to sense him. You detect that he is running. He runs between you and Lucian and is about to get out of your range. Do you take an attack of opportunity?
Sure.
All right, roll to hit.
I'm guessing since he's invisible and I can't see him, I can't take attack of opportunity.
Yeah, it requires you can see them to do that.
24.
That is a hit. Roll damage.
Yeah, he would have been outside my attack. He would have been outside of Lucy's get the attack. I did it 6 damage now.
Wait, did it... I mean, he should still be with it. If you're getting an opportunity attack, he should still count as being within 5 feet of someone.
No.
No, it's because it's after once he's exiting their range.
Yeah.
So he'd have to be like somewhere around here.
Yeah.
Somewhere around here.
Which, yes, he is going that direction. So, yeah, no sneak attack, but Zephyr 6 damage noted.
Now, I'm gonna look up the rules for invisibility now.
By all means.
Like, can they go invisible when they take damage?
I don't think so. Usually it would it lists the criteria of what removes it whenever on the thing that does it. All right, so Zephyr, you take a swing as you are able to sense him running by. But although Elves and Caleb, you can see some blood spatter into the air, the Wolfhound's progress is not halted, and he continues his course. However, Caleb, as he comes to the end of his movement, you are able to see where he is. I'll keep him on the map just to essentially quickly indicate, but just bear in mind that the rest of you cannot see him. Caleb, because of your blind sense, his movement comes to a stop right there. You're able to detect.
He only chose to go 30 feet.
Yeah, at least right now he can't go any faster.
He used his action to activate that ring of invisibility.
Yeah.
But I guess that means he's not a rogue, because then he
Not
would have...
technically, no. He's just a monster that happens to have some rogue abilities.
Oh, wait, what? You mean not a rogue?
Like he doesn't have every rogue ability that he would have at his level. He's just a monster that happens to have rogue abilities.
He's an acre.
Oh, what?
Yeah. He's gotta be.
I was already saying that I don't know if this is the father.
But yes, that is where his movement stops. Does not appear he has any useful bonus actions right now.
Well, yeah, I'll say even then, bonus action to use an object is a thief's thing, not an assassin.
He's just an amalgamation of a lot of things, aka Eckerbees.
Oh, he does. Okay, yeah, he can do that though.
These guys, stop talking. We're giving Matthew ideas.
No, I promise. I have had the same character sheet for him for 2 arcs now. But yes, I was looking through his. I just had it listed on a specific part of the character sheet. He will use his bonus actions. Caleb, you do still detect him running past this point, but he will leave your sight. However, you do know he's heading in the. Here, let me expose this so you guys can see it. You detect he's heading in this direction, but he does, leave your sight once he leaves the 10-foot square.
He's going for the door, right?
He's heading that direction. Safe assumption. Bonus action, cunning action, as he runs in a new direction.
What bonus actions does he get?
Well, no, he only gets one. He only used one.
Yeah, action to turn invisible, bonus action to cunning action dash.
Oh, okay.
But that is the end of his turn. Zephyr, Caleb, you know he's running in that direction, but even you two have already lost track of him. But that is the end of his turn. Caleb, you're up. Zephyr on deck.
Somewhere around this layer.
Well, since Caleb is within 30 feet, he doesn't need to bonus action dash, so he'll bonus action disengage instead.
Alright. Caleb, you slip away from the officer as he lunges out at you with his bayonet.
And then Caleb is going to make a move to here, which is 20 feet. And does he now detect the Wolfhound?
You do. He's right there.
Okay. Caleb is going to try to stop him. Caleb is going to attempt shove to try to knock him prone.
Okay. Let me just make sure blind sense doesn't affect the rolls at all. It shouldn't. I'm just checking. Nope, you're good. All right. So shove, which will replace one of your attacks. All right. I believe this is effectively a grapple contest, like in terms of what you're rolling. I'll just double check that real quick before you roll.
Shove.
Yeah.
The target must be no more than one size larger.
Yep, you make an athletics check. He can roll athletics or acrobatics. Yeah, effectively a grapple contest. And you will be knocking him prone if you win.
Yeah.
All right, so he will make it acrobatics.
I was like, it's not looking good.
And I'm going to use inspiration to have advantage on this.
Noted.
Yeah, I think you should have a lucky point if you need it.
Yeah.
I am going to go ahead and throw that in there just to try to maximize the possibility of it not failing completely.
Yeah, your chances are...
That was cocked. Okay, it's going to be 18.
Nice.
That's
Okay.
Like it.
That's a 19.
Yeah.
All right. Double checking any. Don't think he has any like reactions for this. No. Okay. Caleb, disengaging from the officer, you charge towards the door, and indeed, you faintly make out the door being pushed open. And tracking the movement, you all watch as Caleb lunges at the invisible assassin. However, Caleb, even as you charge into him full force, you ram into the metal of his arm, and the two of you are in an intense contest before he shoves you back. He is not knocked prone, having gotten a total of 36.
I was like...
Dang.
Yeah, I was basically just putting everything on getting a natural 20.
So you are aware of his presence, but he is not prone.
Well, I can't do anything else.
All right. Zephyr, you're up. What's as you go after the officers?
I rolled so low on the should have.
And how it is, we have advantages in high dex. Alright, I guess let's see Caleb getting shoved.
Yeah, you see him like grappling with the wolfhound. You just can't see him clearly from here.
I think Caleb was just, like, while he was doing it, was probably trying to tell him to stop.
I'm gonna have to roll a disadvantage, but I don't really care. Actually, wait, it's interesting. That's the case, because that's what I think it is. I'm learning some questions there.
What's that?
Okay, I'm gonna assume. I'll say in a minute, but first off, I guess. Just barely. Actually, no. I have I'm on haste.
Yeah, you're on the haste juice.
So yeah, I'm just gonna move over here.
All right, Zephyr, speeding across the hall. Once you're close enough with your thieving senses, you can make out the invisible assassin as he attempts to escape the building. You slide to be on the other side of him from Caleb.
Now, with my senses as best I can, what I can hear from him is, can I try to, what I would assume, steal back my ring of invisibility? I'm gonna steal
Roll.
the ring.
Now this is interesting. Hold on.
What's interesting is that's what if he's using my ring of invisibility, how's he?
I will say, for what it's worth, he's not.
Oh.
I mean, you can still try to take it from him. I was just saying for the record, you weren't doing that, or he wasn't doing that.
Well, I'll still try to steal the ring.
No, yeah, I figured. That's why I was clarifying. Okay. All right. Roll sleight of hand. I'm gonna say at disadvantage. Oh, well, you can see him technically. So yeah, roll sleight of hand.
Okay. I was full willing to roll disadvantage.
Oh no! If you didn't have blind sense, it would absolutely be a disadvantage. But
Yeah. So.
and he will be rolling perception to contest you.
Don't think it. Unless you natural 20s, I don't think it matters.
Probably not. This is your version of this shit. But
39.
even he did get a natural 20, but even then, even with his modifier, it's still technically not high enough. Because that's a 35. No, this is
just robs you blind.
No, yeah, because normally rules as written, Zephyr should still succeed here, because
Your rolls is natural 20s receive.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Luckily, I do have a backup for situations like this. Zephyr, as you charge into the fray, you lash out and manage and start fighting again, you're just seeing this invisibly, just guessing where his arm and hand is going to be, but as Caleb's wrestling with his metal arm, you grip onto the organic arm that would be facing towards you, yank downwards until you feel the strong wrist, the taut hands, finally the fingers, and you yank the ring off of his finger, and immediately the wolfhound flickers back into view for everyone to see.
Oh shit!
But you said he wasn't using it.
Well, he's not using mine.
No, he's not using
He has
Zephyr,
his
but
own.
he does have one, yeah.
Shit, okay, now I have two.
Extra!
Man,
You
Zephyr gonna
share
that
the
with the other rogue?
invisibility.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe you could share. I'm sure there's one or two elves that would like that.
I was gonna say give it to the other rogue.
Yeah.
Imagine the assassinations he can use with that.
However, because with a natural 20 on perception, he definitely would have at least seen it coming. I will, Zephyr. Are you is that going to be it for you?
Oh no, not fully.
Okay. So I will say he will take a riposte. He will take a riposte shot against you.
He's posting again. Oh no!
Jesus fucking Christ, my
Like
rolls.
and subscribe.
All right, so okay, yeah, with a roll like that for a retaliation, yep, I'm letting it go, destined to be. With a nat 1 on his attempt to counterattack you, Zephyr, you slip the ring off of his fingers, effortlessly dodge his retaliating strike. What do you wish to do next?
I'm gonna bear it back to get food.
Go ahead.
Let's see. What does this take? No. I guess, I want to make sure that this man stays here as best I can. Can I just take the head?
Take the what?
The head he has?
Hello.
You're fucking. The thing that's saying that your sleight of hand, yeah, literally makes it where it is impossible for you to not. Yeah, as long.
It's not impossible because that last one it would have beaten my almost beaten my. Actually, it did 36, right?
35.
It would have matched my sleight of hand on my lowest.
Yeah, so.
No, actually, would have been. I had 30 is the minimum.
Yeah, so okay, so it's technically possible. You just got to roll low. All right, and because of haste, you have another action. Yeah.
Well, actually, I'll use my bonus action.
Yeah, because fast hands. That's why I want to clarify. Okay, so bonus action, fast hands. Yeah, sleight of hand. All right, I got mine. I got my perception.
Got my sleight of hand, 31.
28. Zephyr, as he takes a retaliating swing at you, you reach out and yank the Barbarous's head from his arm, and He stares at you incredulously, like bare-faced shock, clearly obvious.
And
That's my head.
and let's see if he cares about the head. I'm going to use my last action to disengage.
Oh, you motherfucker! You motherfucker!
I love
Bye.
you.
Battle of the
Bye.
Roads.
Never says bye.
Alright,
Yeah, Zephyr's fucking out of here.
I'm gonna go on top of the podium. Obviously,
Alright,
I'm
you have a climbing speed, right?
Yeah. Well, I have a feature I have. It's like second story where climbing no longer costs you extra movement when you make basically climbing no
Alright.
longer costs you extra movement.
Alright, so that is a 30-foot high thing, so you need, as long as you have 30 feet of movement, you're good.
I have well, actually, I'm trying to think back what I did because I remember I activated my boots whenever I was taking use of this place, right?
I believe so.
Okay, so my boots should be active, so that would be one weakness.
So, you good?
Yeah, it should be.
Alright, you may do so. You all watch as Zephyr... I like how Zephyr's just become, like the fucking just master pick... Like, I've never seen a D&D rogue actually fight like a fucking Final Fantasy character, just stealing from the enemy's pockets and running for it. Zephyr, after taking his ring of invisibility, denying him that advantage, you take Barbarous's head from his hand and just start running. You all watch as Zephyr sprints across the hall. What for all of you guys would be a like several second sprint, for Zephyr is this like rapid jaunt before he just scuttles up the stairs over the balcony and overlooks the hall. Zephyr, is that the end of your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Legendary action from the Wolfhound. He's going to cunning action disengage and start making his way towards you.
Legendary action to disengage.
Mm-hmm. You can use cunning action as a legendary action with slippery.
Hmm.
Let's care about the head.
Yeah.
Zephyr, that's the end of your turn, which means What's as you're about to go, but first the officers.
Question, do we all see him heading for Zephyr?
Yes, at this point, his ring of invisibility is gone. He's completely visible.
Okay. Just wanted to clarify.
No worries. At this point, with him exposed again, the officers, once again, seeming more focused on taking out the assassin than you guys, are going to take their shots at him again.
I'm gonna banter with the officers and just say, "Don't miss this time, you guys."
One of them kind of glares at you. We're not trying to.
Well,
Holy shit!
Nope. Not like they hit.
2 natural 20s.
Whoa!
yeah.
Bam! And the other one with a 19 misses barely. But the 2 natural 20s definitely hit. that hasn't changed.
Nice.
All right. Let me get my dizzy dice here.
It's because I talk shit.
You
to him.
motivated him. 8.
Look, I bring you down to make you shine.
Oh, fuck off.
What are you, General Gyoger?
No, I am.
It was like his son. His son.
You're all full of it.
Well, yeah. An elf.
All right. Zephyr, you watch as the Wolfhound starts stomping towards you, but he's so distracted going after you, his metal arm hanging by a thread and everything else, that as another array of rifle fire echoes through the hall. He dodges the first, but you can actually see he just instinctively attempts to block the next bullet with his metal arm, but obviously unable to raise it. It rakes across his temple, shooting a spurt of blood across the hall, and that startles him enough for the second one to strike him in the leg, sending him to his knee for a moment.
What color is the blood?
Red.
Okay.
It could be. Well, it also could be hidden.
Yeah, remember, you guys only turn black when you're exposed to other ichor.
Right, he's attacked us, right?
Yes. Yeah, you have not seen any evidence other than, than what you guys have clued in on just now, that he might be something. Zephyr, as well, the door opens behind you, and the officers that had left before re-enter the chamber.
I'm just sitting there with their teeth.
Yeah, you are.
hey there, you know.
Zephyr.
This is what it looks like.
It's funny. This was I didn't just do this just now to fuck you. This is already gonna happen. But I genuinely fucking love the visual of you just on the balcony. Bear in mind, standing where they left Barbarous a minute ago, and now you're just standing there holding his head.
Oh yeah, also that right in front of me there's fire, you know, burn that little
Yeah. The room is filled with gunpowder smoke and fire. Their leader's head is in some rando's hand. They are gonna charge you.
It doesn't help that I'm an alien.
Yeah, it's a bad day. It's a bad day in general. All right, the one who can't. We're gonna lose it. They're all gonna charge you.
We broke the DM.
I'm gonna go ahead and need to get another D20. Yeah, 2 of them are flanking, so they'll have advantage. I'll roll for them first.
I don't have the ability to negate advantages yet.
All right, does a 15 hit?
Nope.
Does a 24 hit?
Yep.
All right.
Yes. Probably all similar. Uncanny dodge.
Okay, let me go ahead and just see who else hits before we do that. The remaining 2 just take normal strikes. I'm gonna guess a 12 doesn't hit.
AC's 20.
All right, does a 23 hit?
Yes.
Okay, so 2 hit.
One is half.
All right, one will be doing half. Got it. So from the halved one, you take 2 piercing damage. And from the not halved one, you take 5 piercing damage.
Man, these guys are just so strong.
Zephyr, the officers storm out. All of you can briefly hear them from upstairs call out, loud enough for all of you to hear. All right, sir. They said they'll be sending reinforcements. And then they see Zephyr look down at the head in his hands. Look at the smoke filling the room. The fucking death match going on in the lobby. And assuming the worst, which is not necessarily incorrect, they level their bayonets and charge you.
We're here to kill them. We weren't the ones who actually did it.
Yeah, brave souls at least. You gotta give them that.
Zephyr, you managed to parry one bayonet, jump over another before 2 managed to catch you in one in your left rib and one just above your right hip, as they kind of try to pin you in place so that they can start just kebabbing you.
Kebabbing.
Yeah, kebabbing.
Oh, I love that word. It's such a fun word.
It's a fun word. Absolutely, it is. All right, that's the officers done. You're up. Lucian on deck.
How far away is the hound from me?
He is 35 feet from you.
I'm going to step forward 5 feet. And I'm gonna pull out my suppressor pistol.
Oh, haven't used that much yet.
Yeah. And I'm gonna shoot him.
Roll to hit.
Okay, using my inspiration.
Noted.
And that's a natural 20.
All right, roll damage.
Okay, let's
Alright,
see.
I'm back. What's happened?
All right, so while What's is rolling damage, Zephyr managed to take his ring of invisibility, so he's not invisible anymore. Managed to take the barbarous head from him and run to the other side of the room, basically trying to see if he would go after it, which he did. He used a legendary action to disengage from you and start making his way towards Zephyr. Is now making a critical strike with the suppressor pistol against him, but those officers that Barbarous sent to call for reinforcements arrived, saying that the reinforcements are on their way, but they saw Zephyr up on the balcony with Barbarous's head in his hands and assume he was the assassin and are going after him.
Oh my god.
Okay, so the top of the door apparently.
What's his damage?
That is 37 piercing.
All right.
And I will say, just in case, this is non-lethal.
Noted. You take a step forward next to Lucian, level your suppressor pistol, and fire. And the shot strikes true, raking across his cheek and jaw. And he stops, kind of runs a hand along his injured jaw, blood trailing from his fingers. Almost like he's surprised at the extent he's being injured. He is going to use his reaction to trigger Master Assassin and half that damage.
Yeah.
So I'm going to use the rest of my movement to go right next to him.
Alright. You charge into the fray.
And then use my second attack to hit him with the ionic axe.
Roll to hit.
Okay, that is a 21.
That'll hit. Roll damage.
So that is 5 plus 7, 12, 15.
Alright. You approach him, you lash out with your ionic axe, and as he once again, seeming on instinct, shows the metal arm towards you in an attempt to block with it, but unable to raise it, you bring your ionic axe down and manage to sever the last bit of sinew connecting his metallic arm to his chest. The arm falls to the ground limp and useless. With his wound exposed, Caleb, and Lucian, you can see the interior of his shoulder is just a mess of flesh, musculature, bone, and wire.
Seems a bit familiar.
Is that the end of your turn, Whatsis?
What would I have to do to pick up his severed arm?
That's an interaction. You can do that.
I want to pick up his severed arm and put it in my backpack.
You may add a prosthetic limb to your inventory.
You're just
I'm going to check it out later, see if it's if it's compatible with his implants, to see if he could just connect it to his own arm.
Oh my god.
It might have special abilities.
Alright.
cuts off this dude's arm and then just shoves it in his backpack.
Yeah, just mine. Alright, is that it for you?
Yes.
Alright. legendary action triggers Slippery again. He's going to disengage and reposition. Making his way over here.
Oh, he's like, alright, I'm gone.
Yeah. You can see he looks to you, looks to his severed arm as you take it from him, looks up to Zephyr while he is fighting off the guard, still having his head. All the other officers still training rifles on him, which, Caleb, while you were away, a few of them did land good hits on him. He, clearly frustrated, but seeming to realize that the mission has failed, is going to once again attempt to escape.
Before I put it in my bag, can I just use it to wave at him like, oh, leaving so soon?
Fucking Woody!
Yes.
You wave with the prosthetic limb as he tries to make good his escape. Lucian, you're up. Caleb after the Wolfhound.
Okay, how far away is he to me?
He is, 60 feet from you.
Oh, skis. I can't do much about that. Let's see. What can I do? You said 60 feet?
Yes.
How
Is
does
my mic on in this position?
How
Yes.
does it look?
And he looks bad. He's lost an arm. His jaw and cheek have been shot. One of his legs is bleeding. He's in a horrid state.
All right. Guiding bolt. Let's say 5th level. Why not?
Roll to hit.
Ba ba da ba ba. Where is it? I just had it. I literally just had it and then I lost it. Oh my god. There it is. +9. Does a 16 + 9 hit?
That does hit. Roll
85.
damage.
Oh, so were you shooting to kill?
Yes.
Point of inspiration, Caleb.
24.
All right.
Roll radiant damage.
Lucian, as you watch him attempt to escape, you say a prayer and lash out with a bolt of divine energy. It arcs over the hall, across the room, before finally striking him in the back. Caleb, what's a Zephyr? You watch him stumble, take a shaky step forward, another. He says something under his breath in that same foreign tongue, before grasping at the stump where his arm once was, and falling unconscious.
And right before he dies, spare the dying.
Well, you hit to non-lethally, correct?
Yeah,
Well,
oh
you-
yeah, I did.
But I thought it sounded like you did lethal, but then you went.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yeah, I asked, are you shooting to kill? And you said, yeah.
I thought you said, are you not shooting to kill?
No.
I'm sorry for the miscommunication.
No, I genuinely didn't even catch it because I assumed that's what happened. I'm so used to this party doing shit like that I was just like, I'm gonna assume that's what she heard and then that's what she meant to say.
Yeah.
Alright. The Wolfhound falls unconscious. None of his assassin tricks able to persevere him any further after such a concentrated beatdown. Is that the end of your turn, Lucian?
I'm afraid that's all I can do.
All right, the Wolfhound is down but
You're
stable.
not keeping
so he's
him.
out.
You're not keeping him there, so we know where he is.
Oh, I mean, I can do that, sure. I just got him off the field so that nobody would get confused, thinking he was like still like present in the fight. But there you go. Well, I'm trying to, but I can't fucking see with you guys fucking.
Wait, as a free action, can I speak to the guards of Barbarous?
Talking is free action as long as you're not trying to like.
Convince
if
them.
you want to run now is the time to run.
Problem is, you can't roll to convince them.
Yeah. They turn their rifles onto you. With the assassin gone, you are their new targets.
Brave bastards.
I've said it before and I'll say it again. This party's adamant refusal to learn from their experiences always makes me laugh. Alright. With the Wolfhound out of commission, Caleb, you're up. Zephyr on deck.
Alright, since Caleb does have an action, he will try to convince them.
Alright.
He will try to address the guards. You can all see that your king is already dead. Your city is being taken by a band of barbarians and thieves. I'm sure you have people that you care about. Do you want them to face those threats alone? Or do you want to take your opportunity to leave? Before that entire army besets everyone in this city? But I guess if you do stay, I guess you will be taking your oath to your graves, for what it's worth.
Roll intimidation.
Can I give him an advantage by flexing my muscles and waving at him with the severed arm?
Not mid-combat.
Dang it.
Unless
Well, I
you're
mean, Matthew did give me something if I need it. Wait, are you allowed to do that? Can you roll and then, like, if it's bad, use inspiration and roll again?
I think
Or do you need to use inspiration before you roll?
Oh, yeah. As long as you don't know if it's a failure yet or not. Basically,
Okay.
if it's just bad, you can use that, but you can't. Basically, you can't wait until I say you fail and then say, "Oh, I would have done inspiration."
Okay. I'm gonna use it. Because there's a lot of guards here, and I feel like we don't want to deal with that.
Alright.
Be more just inconvenience.
Okay, it is going to be a 22 on intimidation.
Okay. Several of them look to each other and kind of bite their lips. Given that these people are usually Barbarous' like personal guard, it seems, they likely are men of status, men of standing. But after clearly giving it some thought, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them are going to slowly lay their weapons down. However, the 2 that are pinning Zephyr with their bayonets look to their surrendering comrades disdainfully, as if they may as well have just done active betrayal, and look to you, Caleb, and one of the ones holding Zephyr in place with a bayonet yells at you from the podium. You may have the advantage now, but we've got reinforcements on the way, and these Concord people, they could bring him back.
There are no reinforcements. We knew they weren't coming from the beginning. Why do you think we laid siege to the city like we did? With such a smaller force.
Who knows how monsters think?
They're not coming. You have been left alone. I'm sure if you were so trusted, maybe you have status and importance. Is a dead man worth losing all that to a bunch of thieves? I suggest you take your opportunity to take what you can and leave. Find somewhere else.
We're not going anywhere. Even if you bring us down, they'll bring us right back. We got nothing to fear from you.
I can actually make sure that we don't. Actually, wrong accent.
Caleb, that is your action. Anything else on your turn?
I guess I'll just try to move forward in case he needs to help with these 2 over there.
Okay. I'll put you about here. That alright?
Is there anything that blocks my view from this direction?
No, Zephyr is just up on a balcony. It's like high up, but otherwise you're good.
Okay, so Caleb can see them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, that'll be fine.
All right. Yeah, the only one you kind of struggle to see is Zephyr because he's small, but the guards you can see plain as day.
Zeffy.
Yeah, Zeffy. Lil Zeffy. Lil Zeffy. All right.
Can you
If you roll a
what?
natural 20, I will give you one dice of your choice.
Steal from the DM? What?
Who just steals the gods?
Yeah, it's like those people. Whenever people roll a natural 20 on perception, they like make it to where they actually become aware they're in a D&D game. All right, Caleb. As many of the guards stand down, not willing to lay down their lives for a dead man. Only a few guards remain. Zephyr, you're up. What says you go after the officers? Zephyr, you are being bayoneted by the two who managed to make contact with you. Again, mechanically, they're not actually holding you in place. It's just flavor, but you have been attacked, and they seem to have believed you are the one who assassinated their governor.
You know what? They're gonna stay here no matter what. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to.
Oh,
They're not
boy.
gonna
I
like this at all.
because I always know these.
I'm probably. I was gonna say, yeah. I'm probably absolutely not gonna like this. What are you gonna do?
Okay, they're not gonna like it about you, but
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna try to attack both of them with my actions.
Okay. Yeah, you're hasted up. Roll to hit.
My first attack, I will attack the right one. 16.
Noted. That is a miss.
And I'll attack the top one. 28.
That is a hit.
Imagine if he would have been like, that is also a miss.
Yeah, their armor's good, but not that good.
It's like, turns out these two are the elite guard.
Like,
They're
yeah,
mini-
it turns
they're-
out these
they're
two are actually
individual-
more badass than Barbarous himself.
Yeah, these are like they're like individually mini bosses.
Yeah. Good luck. Yeah. Zephyr, the second one does hit.
Yeah, so 8 damage. For 8
Okay.
piercing.
8 piercing.
And then I'm just gonna leave. Wait, the Barbarous' body right here, right?
Yeah, his body, it just doesn't have a head. Here, I'll expose it again.
Yeah.
Oh no. You're not.
What are you gonna fucking weekend at Bernie's him? What's the plan here?
Oh,
I'm gonna just kind of jot.
I know
as
that
they're-
giggle.
Does he still have the injector thing?
No. Okay, no, I'm not gonna do that. But
Yeah, let's see what he does.
I know
after a
that
quick
giggle.
little swing at both of them, I'm gonna come over here, and I guess I'll go over here, and I'm just gonna kind of rifle through the body.
Zephyr just frankly has better things to do, apparently. Alright.
I'll use my bonus action to sleight of hand.
Well, this will just be investigation.
Oh.
I want his sword!
Alright, Zephyr.
Oh my god, he like attacked them, bolted, and then started looting their dead king's corpse.
Yeah. Also,
Zephyr,
they don't get
you-
opportunity attack.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah, because my feat of mobile.
Okay.
When you make an attack, even if you miss, it doesn't provoke opportunity.
Okay. Alright, Zephyr. Pulling yourself free from the bayonet blades, you kind of using, I'm assuming you're using Whisper?
Yeah.
Using Whisper, you kind of catapult Caleb as you're running into position and taking aim. You see Zephyr use Whisper as like essentially a pole vault to flip away from the guards, kick off of the balcony. He takes a swing at one of the guards. They manage to duck under it, but the other strike just BAM! Just clubs him in the head with the umbrella. Mary Poppins lands gracefully, and Zephyr, as you're running down the stairs, you all watch as Zephyr just puts up the umbrella like a, well, shield, since it is a shield, and 2 shots fired at him just ricochet off as he slides down the stairs, comes to a stop next to Barbara as all of you guys are watching, wondering what the fuck he's gonna do, but Zephyr just closes Whisper, sheaths it, and just starts rifling through Barbarous' pockets patiently.
It's an investigation.
Yes.
Better be a 21.
Okay, since you already got a look at his inventory last session, and he's dead, I'll say... Yeah, and he's dead, I will remind you.
You don't have to sleight of hand a corpse, so like
Yeah.
fight back.
Yeah. So, basically, their ghosts might be aware you're stealing from them, but fuck are they gonna do about it?
What the fuck they gonna do about it?
Haunt you.
Here, let me find my sheet
No,
for
man.
Barbarous. Give me a
I
second.
mean, with Barbarous' history, Chernobog himself probably ripped his soul down to their version of hell.
I already know I grabbed. Let's see, I think all I grabbed.
You got the mace from him earlier.
Oh yeah, I grabbed that thing off his back, which was his mace. I also stole the blade that he shot.
Yeah, the Barbarous blade.
Or the one that he shot at you.
I guess how fitting that he would have such a barbarous death. Getting his head chopped off.
You got me there. Shit, where did I... Hang on, I'm sorry, I forgot where I put his stat sheet. It's in here somewhere, give me a second.
His status
He was
sheet.
not expecting this.
I mean, yeah, like, okay, he's dead, and he's only got, like, one item of note. I know I have it, I just need to find it. But off the top of my head, I definitely remember that, yes, he has, so you have the Barbarous blade and the mace, he has his money, which I will give you the exact amount he has. Oh, there we go, I was checking the wrong, I was checking under my Ickerbeast folder, not my Scar Concord folder. There he is, okay. Alright. Not counting what you've already taken from him, you can see he has 290 platinum and the quiver of various unhilted blades and a blunderbuss.
Well, it sounds like What's wants the blade, so I don't know if he can have it. It's not like
Zephyr just throws the sword at What's-his.
But he can grab it later. I'll just pocket the money.
Alright, you may add 290 platinum to your inventory. Is that it for you?
Yeah.
Alright, you little thieving bastard. The two guards who you just effortlessly mobiled past are clearly dumbfounded, but quickly load up and are going to take another set of shots at you. Alright,
If they manage to hit, I'm gonna use. Well, I'm not going to make the.
you're muffled.
I think he's gonna say he was gonna use the spirit, but I think he also has two
Probably, I'll
Yeah.
check.
I gotta be within 30 feet.
Okay.
I'm too far away.
Alright, Zephyr, does a 17 hit?
No.
Does a 19 hit?
No.
Alright, Zephyr, you all watch as the two guards just aim their rifles down at Zephyr. Zephyr, like, just pocketing some gold from Barbarous' inventory, just clicks a button to open Whisper's parasol back up and just uses it as like an improvised cover as the bullets just ricochet off. I want you guys to illustrate just how pointless these attacks are. These are muskets firing against a parasol made of Kevlar.
Like, I like to think that Zephyr didn't even look up when he.
No, absolutely he did. He totally just like, no, 290 platinum, not bad. I don't really have a use for that. What's this can have that? Clicks button, opens up. Oh shit, it's a shame the mask is broken. Oh well, throws one of the pieces aside. What's his? You're up, Lucian on deck.
Oh, finally.
Okay. How far away are they from me?
The officers are 45 feet from you horizontally and 10, 15, 20, 30, and 30 feet high.
Okay. I will activate my boots of flying, and I will get I will get up about. I will go 40 feet,
Okay.
and while I'm just standing there, I'm gonna smack that one guy with my axe.
All right, roll to hit.
Starting to feel like Gimli.
And my axe!
So, I'm not sure, but I think, will a 31 hit?
Yeah, if you can believe it.
Good. 18 damage.
Okay. What's is you activate your boots of flying, rocket up to the balcony, raise your axe, and just as you charge in, the officer has just enough time to look at you and attempt to raise his weapon in self-defense before you bring the axe down, vroom, slicing him down the torso. He's still conscious, but barely.
Last chance.
He spits blood on your chest.
Eh,
Go to whatever barbaric underworld you'll be sentenced to.
eventually. I'll meet you there. And this is going to be a called shot. I would have decapitated you just like Bargus was.
Roll to hit with disadvantage.
Okay, 22.
That is a hit. Roll damage. Or, yeah, roll damage.
10.
Alright. What's is, as the officer seems intent to die with honor, you whirl your ionic axe and cleave his head from his shoulders. It falls to the ground and his body falls limp shortly after.
What a race. What about you, buddy?
He just raises his rifle and levels it at you.
They are very determined.
I will give you credit.
Yeah, they else they have loyalty.
They have balls.
Well, remember, they think the Scar Concord is just going to revive them if they die anyway.
You guys have it all wrong.
They do, but let them believe in whatever they want to.
That just out of sheer coincidence, they found a body.
Yeah, just, oh shit, body. That's helpful.
That's subject.
Alright, what's his anything else on your turn?
Let's see. Okay. Nope, that's it.
Okay. Lucian, you're up. Caleb on deck.
Okay. How many? Okay, let me look at the map here.
Got one guy left.
How's he looking?
Zephyr already hit him, so he's not great.
I don't have much that I can do. Let's see. I'll do another guiding bolt.
Alright, Guiding bolt! Guiding bolt!
That's all I can do at this point.
Alright,
I did
you
the
cast.
5th level, so I'll have to do it at 4.
Alright, got it. Yep, alright. Roll to hit.
Okie dokie, artichokey. Plus 9 to hit. Nice. 13 plus 9.
22.
Yep, that's a hit. Roll damage.
Okie dokie, let's see. Guiding bolt 76. And that's 18 radiant damage.
Alright. Lucian, not able to, like, super clearly see him from where you are, but you hear the clicking of his rifle as he intends to take a shot at What's-Is. Say a prayer and fire a beam of brilliant, radiant light into the air. As it courses into the air of the hall, sails over the balcony, and What's-Is, you watch as it impacts him in the chest, him dropping his rifle instantly as he clutches at his chest as his body alights in a radiant glow before he gives a cough and falls unconscious.
Bullseye! Alright, is that the last one?
Yep. You are now out of immediate combat initiative.
Does anybody need healing?
No, I didn't take any damage during any of that.
Caleb, Zeph, are you good?
I don't think Caleb took any hits.
Yeah, you're good.
I think this is one of the first fights we've had where we've not taken any damage.
Yeah, Zephyr took a little bit, and he got stabbed. Remember?
Oh, yeah, it was like a little like a minor like cut. You know, it has a 7.
Yeah, owie.
Yeah.
You want me to seal that up for you?
I would go grab my new sword.
Well, I would appreciate it, I guess, but I don't think it'd be. I don't think we need it.
I mean, it wouldn't take much. How much healing do you need?
I mean, I have 7 damage.
Okay, I will do a, let's see, level 2 healing word so I don't have to touch him.
Okay. How much does he heal for? And while you're doing that,
9,
all right.
exactly.
All right, Zephyr, you're back up at full. And Zephyr, do you give what's his Barbarous' hilt? I thought you said you did.
But I had the blade that he shot.
Yeah, they.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah. What's his?
I'll probably put next to the body the blade.
All right. What's his? As Lucian says a prayer to heal what damage Zephyr took, Zephyr walks down the stairs and just kind of idly
So
throws.
are we out of combat?
Yes. Idly throws a discarded blade next to Barbarous' decapitated body, and as he does so, you do see the hilt of his blade scattered from the fighting.
I will pick that up.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to pick up the hilt, and I'll also take the extra blades with in the little carriers.
Okay. You may add Rose, the Barbarous blade, to your inventory, as well as 20 longswords.
Oh,
He had 20 longswords?
just the blades, so that he could use them as projectiles with this item.
Oh, okay, that's right.
The Barbarous blade, as part of your attack action, can grant the thrown property to any melee weapon. The range varies based on the weapon's weight, which is listed with the item. And Caleb, as the party heals and recuperates, you can hear that the battle to take the Citadel is raging outside. At this point, from the sounds of it, the Alliance has just hit the wall and are attempting to take it.
should we go help them?
There may be some options. If they know their king is dead, it may demoralize them.
Yeah, let's take that head. Can I have it? Can I have the head?
Zephyr, do you allow it?
Is Zephyr still holding the head?
Yeah, I never said he dropped it.
He's been holding the head the whole
Yeah,
time.
Lucy just looks down at Zephyr. Can I have that?
What?
Can I have that head? Is it there?
Pretty sure
Lucian,
he dropped that corpse.
Lucian, you see, Zephyr isn't holding it.
Where the fuck did you put the head?
Never walks away.
Oh my god. I wanted that. Sometimes I can't deal with you.
Is he just inching his icon along?
Grabbing it.
Beep.
Yeah.
Beep.
No, it's more like Zephyr speaks.
Yeah, like Mr. Krabs.
Oh my god, I don't even see him anymore. Oh, there he is.
Yeah, way down the map.
All right.
Goes far.
I wanted that fucking
So
head.
was there any... Does Barbarous have anything like how the King of Tebedra had like a ring?
Like an official seal.
Yeah.
Not that at least Zephyr was able to find. You can check his body if you wish. However, you are in his citadel. If he didn't have it on him, it may be somewhere here.
Yeah, Caleb will check the body real quick. And he'll say, if you can find that head, or we can use the body, I guess, too. If anyone's
I'd
got
like
some
the
rope
head.
and something to hang it off of.
That head would be hilarious to have. But Zephyr won't let me have it. Where is it?
I'm gonna go to the possible the rogue. I'm gonna go see what he has. Check magic on him.
All right, Zephyr, lowering your.
So what am I rolling again?
If you want to check his body,
Yeah.
investigation. And Zephyr, while he's rolling that, Zephyr, you pull your curation goggles over your eyes and curiously approach the wolfhound's unconscious form.
I'm just gonna use the technique.
Oh, so I rolled an 11.
Caleb, you check Barbaros's hands, neck, pockets. Other than weapons, you don't find anything that's like an obvious indication of status. Either he didn't have it on him, Zephyr took it already, or he does not. Given that, I will say, you do know that Barbaros is foreign to Yav. It's possible that his people do not use the same like status symbols that Yavik people do.
Are those guards that surrendered still here?
Yeah. I just take them off the map to indicate that they're not hostile
Okay.
anymore. But yeah, they're just surrendering. They're
Caleb
slowly
will-
gathering in the lobby.
Caleb will say, maybe we should order those guards to go spread the word that Barbaros is dead.
It's not a bad idea. I want to look for the head.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I just pick up the head because I noticed that we set it down right next to the body.
That depends.
Okay.
Where is it?
Can I look for it?
Lucian, roll investigation.
Also, is there like a door that looks like it would lead to like, I don't know, and I think there's a door here, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where the officers came from.
Natural 20!
Caleb will
I will also. Oh.
Caleb will go to that door and see what's behind it.
Noted. All right.
I got a natural 20, so 25.
Okay.
Also, I will shout out where there's the fire. There's some sort of magic circle. So
I'm on it. Just a minute. I'm looking for this damn head.
And Caleb, as you start to ascend the stairs, as you look around curiously for this so-called head. Zephyr, I'll get to you just in a second. And Lucian, you check your pockets before eventually, kind of as you're just pacing around looking for the head, you notice an odd smell and liquid coming from your backpack. And as you look, you see the head in your bag. You must have put it there and forgot.
Oh, sweet.
Uh-huh.
Can I cast mental repose on it?
Let me check something.
It should be already prepared.
Touch the corpse for the duration is protection from Okay. Lucian, you cast a blessing on Barbaros's head. And Zephyr, as you do what you're doing, you can see quite a bit of the Wolfhound's belongings are magical.
Nice.
You can see that his short sword is magical. You can see, double checking here. So yes, you can see that is magical. You can see his boots and glove are both magical.
Those I think they are.
And you also detect some very faint magic in his blood.
Uh-huh.
Right when I see him doing that, can I run over there with the arm? Like, is this magical?
Zephyr, as you take a quick look, it does not appear to have any innate magic in it.
Doesn't appear so, but he seems like he's loaded.
Magic items, what?
It's just so shocking it wasn't magic. He seems so attached to it.
I'm just gonna kind of.
Negative inspiration.
You have to use it.
There you go. That signifies there's a magic circle there.
But I will just kind of take my time, and I'm just gonna I'm gonna put it in a pile over here. I'm gonna just take off all the magic items I can see on them.
Okay.
Alright, love that goes on.
What happened
Oops.
to what?
Stop doodling. There's already a square.
What?
You can delete it.
All right. Zephyr, I will wait until you identify them to reveal what they are, but you add, so you add the sword, the boots, and the glove?
Everything that has any magic, I'm gonna, well, obviously not his blood, I won't take that,
Yeah.
I might.
Well, yeah, I'll take all, any magical synergy, but okay, don't need that, and then, since he's unconscious, I'll just wrap him up in the chain of his.
Okay.
Don't forget to lock it.
Zephyr, you begin the process
There you go.
of
He's chained up.
restraining the wolfhound.
There you go.
My best luck. Didn't my best luck get broken?
Yes. You roll an
Because
at
you
one
locked-
trying to pick it.
And, well, because I used it on what's his.
Yeah.
And then we had to cut it.
Oh no, he bought a replacement afterwards when he got the child to thing.
I only bought. I bought the child one when I bought with all of them together.
Mm-hmm.
But I do have I should have a common one, so I'll just put a basic lock on it.
Okay. Zephyr, elves, you watch as Zephyr slowly ties up and restrains the wolfhound. With any luck, this assassin has made his final escape. Caleb, as
Yes.
you gently open the door, heading deeper into the citadel, you can see a fairly long hall that stretches off into a few offshooting rooms, but directly at the end of the hall, you can see a large door painted black with a rose emblem carved into it ornately, with the oath of Barbarous carved beneath.
So that's the door I'm standing in front of.
It's at the end of the hall, but yeah.
And Caleb's like looking for some things that can help us get this situation finished. So he's gonna go check out that real quick.
Okay, noted. In the meantime, Zephyr, while you're restraining the wolfhound, Lucian, what's his? What are the two of you doing?
Well, I got the head, so I'm happy. I guess I'll go and see what kind of magic items they were talking about.
Okay.
You know what? I know this is horrible,
Probably.
but I'm gonna pick up Barbarous' decapitated body and start heading towards the door to show it to the troops. Okay, guys, I can stop fighting now.
Okay. So you're
Well, we
leaving
were
the area
just-
for now?
I thought we were just gonna have the guards that surrendered spread the word.
You both.
Apparently not.
What do both? I mean, have them spread
Yeah.
it and be like, here, he's dead.
Here's
And
proof.
then- Yeah. I want
Yeah, I'll take the guards out there with me. Like, okay, y'all can go spread the word. Rest of you, here's the king.
So what's his? in that case, you're leaving. So until you return, everything from here on does not apply to you.
But I want a Lion King the
All right.
corpse.
Oh my
I
God.
killed Barbarous. All
Oh
right.
no! I mean, like raising him up by the
I
over
get what
the
you mean. I
head.
get what you mean.
That part.
Just felt appropriate. All right.
I'm trying to think of the song now.
The circle of life.
Yeah, there's a lion. Fuck, there's a lion. Holy shit, it's a fucking lion. All right. Zephyr, Lucien approaches you, curious about the magical items you took off of the wolfhound's body.
Board there.
What did you find?
There's quite
Anything
a
I
bit,
can
but,
use, maybe?
No. But what they do is
Do you need help identifying? Perhaps I can help.
I mean, so could you identify them right now?
Let me double check that. I believe I could. Let me double check that though. I can do that. I have detect magic.
No, not detect.
I can't
Identify.
Oh, I don't think I
You
have
do-
identify.
you
I do have
ritual.
identify.
Yeah, you just have to ritual cast it.
Yeah, I could just ritual cast it. It shouldn't take too long. Just like 10, 11 minutes. And I can do it as many times as I want.
Zephyr's gonna pocket the gloves and then he'll be like, "You can identify the."
All right.
Do I
Lucien?
see him pocketing the gloves?
Zephyr, do you try to hide it?
He's just gonna pick up the gloves and just put it in his pocket.
All right. You see Zephyr take the gloves, but he does hand you the boots and sword.
She decides not to make a deal out of it.
Okay. In that case, Lucien, do you want to begin ritual casting Identify?
Yeah.
Okay. Zephyr, what do you do next?
I will then. Every time I come back,
Background noise loose.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just before we get to Caleb, I want to make sure I have an idea of what you're doing.
yeah, I mean,
So Caleb's looking deeper in the Citadel. Lucien's identifying. What's this is seeing what he can do about the battle outside.
seeing that the fire's not doing anything to the circle, I guess I'll put it out.
All right.
Can't do it.
All right. We will come back to you momentarily. Lucien, you sit and begin attempting to identify. Any preference on which item you try to identify first, boots or sword?
The boots.
All right. Lucien, you take the boots in hand and start identifying them. Zephyr, you break out your decanter of endless water and begin playing fireman to put out the fire. As you take the prisoners outside in hopes of demoralizing the Barbaresian officers. Caleb,
Yes.
as you approach the door at the end of the hall, you give it a gentle open. Does not appear to be locked. As you open the door, you can see that the back wall of the room is a large window that you can see looks out into the courtyard of the Citadel that is surrounded by the rest of the building, likely some sort of training ground for the army or something similar. You can see that directly in front of you is a large ornate-looking desk with a chair erected behind it. You can see to your left is a large bookshelf. Most of its shelves are empty, but you can see a few books kind of haphazardly stacked up on its lines.
Little bookshelf.
You can see a door heading deeper into the Citadel left, but it's kind of out of the way and doesn't look immediately remarkable. What does catch your attention is to your right. you are able to detect, or I say detect, like you are able to see that the rightmost wall, there is another door heading just elsewhere into the Citadel, but you can see that where the bookshelf is on the left side, on the right side, there is a curtain drawn across the wall. And with your passive...
Never mind the man behind the curtain, I guess.
And with your passive perception, Caleb, as you're looking around, you can just make out a sound.
What?
Oh no.
This low, haggard breathing.
Caleb,
Oh.
like, quietly check behind the curtain.
Roll stealth.
Stealth. Caleb is good at that.
So they did have backup.
First roll. Okay, it's going to be 33. That's 14 plus 19, right? It's 33.
Okay.
14 plus 19. Yeah, 33.
Okay.
That was the first roll, too.
All right. You want to take your advantage?
Oh, yeah, I already did.
Okay.
It was lower.
All right. Okay. Background noise loose.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No worries.
You still hear it?
No, it's good now. Caleb, as you carefully creep forward, you gently pull the curtain aside. You can see that it leads into a dark, hollowed-out chamber. You notice the walls are stone-lined rather than the wood of this building. Likely this was built later for deliberately secure design purposes. You can see that the chamber is mostly empty. However, you can see in the center of the room is a small stone table surrounded by what appears to be 5 chairs, and strung up with red velveteen rope from the ceiling, dangling by its arms and wrists over the table, is a oozing black skeletal figure.
Oh no.
It's distinctly humanoid. However, you notice its head is disproportionately large, and the gleam of its ichor eyes are noticeably larger and brighter than most ichor beasts. You can see that it's held to the ceiling by its wrists, its long, spindly body dangling over the table, creating this puddle of ichor that the table, you notice, is almost like bowl-shaped to kind of catch some of it. And as this strung-up creature just hangs there, it's clearly moving, it's clearly alive, but luckily it does not immediately react to your presence. But it does kind of lull its head around. It kind of twitches lightly as it floats. Like it's vaguely trying to disconnect itself, but just isn't bothering to try that hard.
Yeah, Caleb's gonna come back to that. Caleb's gonna quietly leave the room and take note of that situation to deal with later.
Yeah, that's a future Caleb problem.
Yeah, he don't want to risk having to fight an ichor beast by himself.
All right.
He's
The
a
creature
rogue.
does not react to your exit any more than it reacted to your entry.
You know, he's a rogue. He's not very good at,
Single
fighting.
combat.
Yeah.
Fair. Okay.
Caleb's gonna check that, is gonna check the library, to see if he's just gonna give all the books a quick pull to see if they are actually a mechanism.
Yeah, looking for secret rooms.
Yeah.
Roll investigation.
Investigation.
You said books, and I did like that eyeball emoji.
Little Metal
Wow.
Gear.
Take a guess.
Natural 20.
Close.
Natural one. Natural one.
Yeah, I rolled a 1 on investigation.
Oh.
Noted. We'll come back to you. Zephyr.
I think he's outside with the dogs, actually.
As you finish putting out the fire, Zephyr, you can hear Lucian still mumbling the prayer to divine the purpose of these items behind you. But as the fire goes out, you can see with what the fire did do to the floor has definitely made obvious the runic pattern carved into the ground, untouched by the fire. So you definitely were not wrong. There's something magical going on here.
Magical.
The
I
fire
know what it
has
is.
burned away some of the dust and debris that was shielding the visual of the circle. Now that you have burned that away, while the circle itself is untouched, you can clearly see an arcane rune has been carved at the base of this statue.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Zephyr, what do you do? You're muted if you're talking.
He might be outside with the dogs.
I'll give him a minute. If he doesn't respond, then I'll cut
Yeah,
back to
I
Caleb.
hear the dogs outside. I think he's outside with the dogs.
All right, in that case. Caleb, as you curiously look at the bookshelf, you kind of try to reach up to a high shelf that's a little out of your reach and start kind of tugging on one. But as you're pulling it free, you see it knocks over one of the books next to it, which slowly slides and falls to the side, which causes a smaller book that had already been just kind of lying there to like get flipped from the sudden impact and topple to the ground with a next to you. And you wince as you hear the creature in the next room.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna be in the middle of this prayer and gonna have to stop.
Well, luckily it was tied up.
Yeah. You hear its breathing slow, kind of pace, before you hear it give one final shuddering inhale, and then nothing.
Oh.
Complete silence. Even the breathing has gone quiet.
That's terrifying.
Yeah, you see, that's still later Caleb problem. Can he try again to see if there's any mechanisms?
I will say, given that you knocked a good chunk of them over, as mentioned, there's not that many books on the shelf.
He's pretty confident there is.
Yeah, probably not a secret room. As far as you can tell, all you've exposed is that the yourself, or at least the presence of someone, to the creature.
Caleb will, I guess, search the desk next.
All right, roll investigation.
I'm rolling a different dice. This dice is being mean.
Yeah, send that die. Put that shit in jail.
Put it in jail.
Put it in jail.
But it turns out it's 10-second.
Okay,
Caleb's
so
problem.
it's gonna be 16.
Okay. Caleb, you begin opening up drawers, trying to be as quiet as you can, although you notice the creature's sounds have completely stopped. But you begin searching the desk drawers. You see one drawer contains letters addressed to and from various places. And as you're beginning to search the other drawers, you notice a couple of them are locked. You do not, at least obviously, see a key anywhere. But as you're unfurling the other drawers outside of the one that contains the letters and attempting to open the ones that are locked, you hear a voice come from the room with the creature.
Oh.
May I ask what it is you're looking for?
Oh.
Caleb just looks up around the room.
Don't worry. I'm nowhere near you, if that grants you comfort. What are you looking for?
Well, just anything there might be to find.
Well, you've already seen there is letters. Most of those are just orders delivered on his behalf. Calls for assassins, mercenaries, that sort of thing. The rest is mostly personal valuables, although I imagine someone like you likely would find a use for them. I do know how you love separating bad men from the things they think belongs to them.
Oh, that's interesting.
Are you in there looking at the drapes?
In a sense, I'm looking through this creature. I was already told to send reinforcements, but
Oh.
given that we're speaking, I imagine it's already too late for poor James.
Aha.
It's the lady in white.
You're her, aren't you?
I suppose I am, yes. I am her. I have many names. You may use whatever your preference is. But I don't think that's important.
Hi, Coda.
Honestly, I'm glad we have this opportunity to speak. Although I had hoped to speak with the rest of my creations as well, but she pauses for a moment. Yes. 2 of them are nearby. The other, however, I am having trouble finding. Although he never did much like to be found.
So, did you want us here so you could try to offer us one of your so-famous deals?
Of course. But, judging from your phrasing, I doubt that will be appealing to you. But,
Certainly
you
wasn't appealing to this king.
well, just because something is appealing does not make it successful. I think you and I both understand that well. Something being desirable is unfortunately not the same as it being achievable. At least not by most methods. But, if you do not wish to talk, then I would certainly like to listen. I think it's been too long that we haven't spoken. This is a rare opportunity, one that I thought I would have to wait a bit longer for, so I do not mind the chance to meet the creations I've wrought upon this world. So tell me, what do you think? My people worked very hard to give you life, you know, so I'm curious how you are handling it. Are you stable? Do you feel well? Are you enjoying the second chance you've been given, the improvements that came with it?
Well, I can say I'm at least stable. Most of us are, eventually.
Good, good. Glad to hear that there have been results. I knew Dr. Knight could do it if her mind was set on it. Is there anything I can do for you?
I can't think of much right now.
Oh, that's quite all right. Well, I will be here. Do send your brothers and sisters to speak with me if you wish. This creature, for someone of your caliber, will not harm you. Simply speak to it, and I will answer. It's good. I can't see you from here, but I have heard from those who have encountered you that you turned out quite well. Most of your physicality carried over. That's perfect. The changes are subtle, but from what I hear, they're mostly improvements, so I suppose I cannot complain. I know that you are not interested in negotiation, so I will trouble you no further. But if you do need advice, I am here.
On what?
Can Caleb find any way to get the lock drawers open?
Looking around, you do not see an obvious key. However, with your investigation, you do notice that the locks on the drawers are noticeably not like they don't have the shape that you would expect of a thing you would put a key in. You see that they're large and rounded with mechanics visible. Whatever key is meant to go in here is huge and thick and hyper specialized.
Let me see, what do I have?
If you have thieves' tools, you can attempt to pick it. Just
I do have thieves' tools.
all right. Want to do some lock picking?
Yeah, I guess we'll try it.
All right. We'll come back to you. Zephyr, you were gone earlier, so I will go over what I was going to do with you. As you finish spraying down the fire you created, you can see that the fire has burned away some of the just dust and debris along with your water washing it away, revealing that while you did not damage it, you can now clearly see an arcane rune has been carved into the ground at the base of Barbarous' statue.
Oh,
Yeah, and I know exactly what that is.
I do too.
Yeah, I had a feeling what it was when Zephyr first encountered it.
Yeah, it has modification, altars.
No, he said it
And
was
it's also-
teleportation.
No.
Yeah, it's a teleportation circle.
No.
It's a teleportation circle.
I was like, but
It's-
you mentioned it was an alt. It does. It was alteration magic.
Yeah, there was a magic on it that implies that whatever spell was already there has been modified in some way.
Oh, so it's already.
I have an idea, but
Anyway.
Huh?
Uh,
Yeah,
Lucian has
Zephyr's
to
the one
see
who's
it.
doing this, so Zeph.
I mean, I have nothing of magic or any of this, so I will 100%, inform Lucian of there's some sort of rune here. No idea what it does. Been altered.
I'll look at it in a minute.
He's going to, I guess. I don't think we have an hour to look at items, so I will.
I mean, I'm literally taking 10 minutes to identify this item right now for you.
An hour is longer than 10 minutes is the thing.
Yeah.
He was going to identify the one item he has, so. That takes an hour.
Alright. So, anything else you wish to
Where's,
do,
like-
or are you going to leave everyone else to do their things?
Yes. I'll stay in the room, but I'll at least go look down the hall where Caleb went.
Alright. As mentioned, you can see a long, well-decored hall with Barbarous's emblem on a very ornate-looking set of double doors.
Right?
I mean, fair, but it's just funny. Do you head to where Caleb is? Alright. You gonna look around, do some looting?
Do I see anything of note?
Roll perception.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Looking around, you can see that this building appears to mostly have been intended for just military purpose. So with most of the army out fighting, most of what they left behind will likely still just be lying around. You can see a variety of valuables, and of course, if you raid the barracks and stuff, there is potential for a good amount of loot. So nothing like immediately jumps out to you as like obviously valuable, but you can see a variety of just candelabras, paintings that look like they could be sold for something, variety of things.
They'll just kind of. I guess we'll just kind of find a corner and just relax there.
All right.
Done.
Yeah. All right. Zephyr, with your job done, you just return to the lobby, get comfortable, and wait for the rest of the party. What's this?
Yes.
As you and the prisoners make your way outside, you can see the battle happening before you, and it is bloody and chaotic. You can see at this point, the Western Alliance army has managed to make it over the walls. You can see that Sundragon barbarians and Tibadran thieves are literally just flinging themselves over the walls, like rolling out into the garden and then just charging at the nearest barbarous officer and fighting them. You can see the officers have already taken a good amount of casualties. There's smoke filling the air. You can't see if your side has taken heavy casualties. You imagine if there are any, they would be on the other side of the wall out of your range of vision. But yes, you can see the Tibadrans and Sundragons have just made it over the wall. The officers, at this point, basically once the barricade of the wall has been removed, they don't appear like they're capable of fighting off an army of this caliber. But you can see they're going down fighting regardless.
I'm going to hold the body up.
You hold the body over your head as the battle rages around you.
I'm just going to I'm just going to fling it out into the yard. And then use his military voice to get everyone's attention. Barbarous is dead. You don't have to join in, but down your arms.
You can see a few officers look your way. They briefly stop in shock. You can see the Western Alliance Army pauses briefly, like clearly giving them the chance to surrender, but their faces fall into scowls, and in unison they let out a united shout. Never accept things as they are! Before plunging bayonets into their nearest combatant, and the fight resumes.
Worth a shot. You heard him, guys. You guys, y'all are free to go. Y'all are smarter.
The officers do not look at you. They just return and join the already surrendered soldiers that you left behind from charging into the fray to begin with. In all, at least the part of the fight you see only lasts a couple minutes. And finally, only when the fight has clearly turned to the point where the officers literally stand zero chance do the survivors finally throw down their guns and surrender. To their credit, they waited until winning was literally impossible. As things quiet down, you can see Agnes, covered in blood, panting with her hands on her knees, but a broad smile on her blood-covered face.
Oh, yes.
As she runs a hand through her hair, you can see she's wielding her twin sai that are gleaming with draconic heat. You can see as the surrendered officers are being taken prisoners and looted by the Tebadrins, Queen Autumnfall, basically, literally you can see wind and earth just lifting her over the wall so she doesn't have to do something so undignified as climb before she hops down on the other side and approaches. You can see she is completely clean, but you can see a very slight, exhaustion to her eyes. So while she may not have been in the thick of it, she clearly fought. She looks a lot like how Lucian does when she's on the last of her spell slots.
To be fair, Lucian is on her last spell slots.
As the two queens regroup, they share an embrace before Agnes's eyes find you, and she gives a broad, happy smile and practically skips toward you. Hey! I'm guessing it's done?
Yeah. Sadly, the Wolfhound got him before we got to.
The Wolfhound. He's returned?
Yeah. He kind of one-shot Barbarous in the head. They cut it off.
You can see Agnes gives a wince before clicking her tongue. Well, that's disappointing, but I guess it's dealt with.
Well, might have been disappointing, but we did do something that made it worth it. We've captured Wolfhound.
At this, you can see both of their eyebrows shoot up as they glance to each other. Autumnfall giving you a nod. Now that is impressive. Although if I may ask, well, actually, never mind. I guess that does explain all this, as she gestures to your blood-covered body.
It's not my blood.
I assumed not. Well, I suppose we can call this a victory. The city is taken, Barbarous is dead, and the Wolfhound's been captured. Yeah. Guess we don't have much else to worry about. Where's the others?
Oh, they're still inside. Going over and loot and stuff, you know.
Well, make sure you leave some for the thieves. They've been hyping themselves up on it the whole way here.
Oh, there's plenty. So,
if you see Caleb, let him know. Huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say, if you see Caleb, let him know his guys did good.
I would definitely let him know. But do either of you speak Dwarvish?
A what?
Dwarvish.
What are you saying?
Yeah, it's because it's Mike. I got it now. I just had to hear it twice.
I think you're saying Dwarvish?
Yeah. Give me just a second. I actually got to pull out their pull their stat sheets up real quick.
I would think Autumnfall would be able to speak it.
The two of them look to each other, and eventually you see that Autumnfall kind of crosses her arms, and I do not speak it myself, but I do have a spell that can overcome the language barrier. Why?
Well, the Wolfhound kind of was brainwashed and only speaks Dwarvish that we know of.
Why Dwarvish?
Because it's dwarves who brainwashed him.
Huh. Should have known the Aegis Federation would have eventually pulled it off. It's a shame. Well, if he's our prisoner, we have all the time in the world to interrogate him. Just make sure that someone keeps an eye on him. If you like, you can put him with the...
Don't worry, he's armless, and I'll put on his arm.
Oh, nice.
Agnes approves.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least someone appreciates the jokes.
If you like, you can throw him with the remaining prisoners. We got quite a few.
Yeah. Luckily, we didn't have to kill too many people.
Indeed. Overall, casualties on both sides were minimal. Most of them simply surrendered without a fight.
Definitely good.
Yeah,
No need to kill the innocents.
yeah. Hopefully this sticks. I figure for Caleb, seeing is believing, and seeing it, as she gestures to the battleground of a city, will help him believe it. But there is bad news, though.
What's the bad news?
You can see Agnes looks a little guilty. Autumnfall kind of raises a brow at her and looks like she's about to speak, but Agnes just kind of holds up a hand and taking a deep breath. Your knights, the Oathbreakers,
Yeah.
they didn't make it.
Hmm.
We lost all of them taking the city. They were surrounded on all sides, no way out. We did everything we could, just they went down fighting.
Oh, they put on a good showing for themselves, correct?
Indeed. Even when hopelessly outnumbered, 10-1, they all died with sword and shield in hand. I could ask for little more. And I'm
Just
capable of
make sure-
asking for quite a lot.
Just make sure that Tibetans don't loot them. I want to make sure I get them back to their country.
Understood. I'll pass orders along. We lost a few Tibadrons too. We haven't counted the dead yet. But not all of them made it.
Oh, that's to be expected.
Casualties of war. But you'll be happy to know, our prisoners, at even a skimming count, already number in the thousands. We even managed to take a couple generals.
That's definitely good news.
Well, we'll focus on making sure that all that's tended to. We'll, I guess, meet you back at camp if you don't see us back here.
Sounds good.
A battle well won, Colonel. Your military back home is remiss of you.
Well, it won't be remiss for too long.
I think you make a better general than Colonel anyway.
I guess we'll find out, won't we?
Indeed we shall. Come on, Agnes. If we're going to stop the Tibetans from looting the knights, we have to act quickly. Now the
Also let them know. If I catch them looting the knights, I will personally skin each one of them.
I think you'll have to run that by His Majesty first, won't you? She gives you a smirk and a raised eyebrow.
Not on this.
Agnes just gives you a nod and kind of pulls Autumnfall to follow her. Tell everyone else we said hi and that we're good. We're just going to tidy up out here. Make sure prisoners are tied up, houses are not on fire, all that. Man, it's been a while since we've had a good fight.
I will pass on the message, and he'll head back inside.
All right. Caleb, roll a Thieves' Tools check.
Oh, also, I was gonna ask real quick.
Real quick.
Does the door to this room have a way of being locked?
You can see that there is a keyhole that matches the one that you've already that you saw on the drawers. However, you do also see that there is a rack in place for a bar to be drawn across it. You can see a wood and metal bar near the bookshelf.
Caleb will. He has his reasons. He's gonna put the bar in place.
All right. Caleb, considering briefly, you shove the bar into place, locking the door shut.
And then Caleb will go back to picking the drawer.
Okay.
And what was the roll for that?
Thieves' tools, dexterity plus your proficiency. I don't think you have expertise.
I don't think he has proficiency.
I'm pretty sure he has some thieves' tools.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, he does.
thieves' tool
Yeah.
proficiency.
Yeah, he doesn't have expertise, but he does have proficiencies. Yeah, dexterity plus proficiency, so d20 plus 9.
It has been stated that reliable talent counts.
A reliable talent counts for this?
Yes.
Okay. It's plus 9.
Yes.
Dirty 20.
You, luckily, with the with, as mentioned, the keyhole being fairly big, you are easily able to get your tools inside and pick everything apart before pulling the most secure looking drawer open. You can see a small carrying case of 6 potions,
Ooh.
a odd looking stone, seemingly this like, it's like this like multicolored, like not like bismuth, but like it's this prism that's just like gleaming a variety of like rainbow colors. And you can see a long greatsword blade, once again devoid of a hilt like all the others, but this one you notice has a small row of runes on it, implying some sort of enchantment.
Yes, Caleb will take these items.
Man, Lucian's gonna be busy.
Are there any other locked drawers?
None of the other doors here appear to be locked. They likely just lead deeper into the citadel.
No, are there any other locked drawers?
Oh, drawers. Yes. I'm lumping your earlier check-in with those, since again, it's not an overly difficult lock for what you're used to. The other drawers, however, as you were told, mostly seem to just contain small, like, personal effects. You see one drawer contains an hourglass. You notice, interestingly, a funerary urn. A small shrine to a god you don't recognize. And one drawer, you notice with some amusement, contains a set of what appear to be bongos.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
So, potions, a couple magic items, and just some
Bongos.
bongos, and just some various personal effects.
Oh wait,
Can't get
you said
over that.
bongos.
Have like a... Is the urn like marked or labeled at all with like a name or something?
Picking up the...
Matthew?
Sorry. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm still dealing with the aftermath of being sick, so I have to mute for gross noises occasionally. As you pick up the urn and look over it curiously, you do detect some traces of ash, but you notice it's not as much ash as you would expect for a dead person. Either whatever's burned and kept in here is not human, or humanoid for that matter. But as you kind of rotate it idly and look it over, you do see some markings on it. The tongue is common, but you notice it's kind of old-fashioned common, so it kind of takes you a minute to parse it. But you are able to make out that it reads, again, in somewhat old-fashioned common tongue.
Ye old.
Yeah, ye sort of ye olden speak. For my wilting rose, so I never make the mistake of loving again.
Oh.
Seems quite personal. Caleb, Caleb will just put that back. That seems quite, like, super personal.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're literally rifling through his desk.
Yeah, that's something that should go with him. It seems. So he'll leave that, and then he'll check that other door to see, like, what's behind it. Because you said there was a door to the left, right?
Yeah, one to the left, one to the right.
Well, the one to the right was the curtain, right?
No, there's like a door next to the curtain. And then just the curtain itself.
Caleb will just check the left door first.
Okay. As you peek through the leftmost door, you can see that this appears to lead deeper into the Citadel. At a glance, as similar to Zephyr, you notice that there are various, again, chalices, decorative pieces, paintings, a lot of things that are valuable in here. As mentioned, this is a mostly military devoted building, so most of this is very utilitarian. I will note that you do catch the sound of a few voices. However, they sound just kind of quiet and panicked. But you, at least from a passive glance, do not detect the sound of anything dangerous.
Caleb will leave that door for now and check the right one to see if there's anything what's immediately behind that one.
Down the rightmost door, you mostly get similar visuals. However, you do notice that down this way, you do not hear the sounds of voices.
Okay, was Caleb able to tell how far away the voices from the left door were?
It sounded like they were essentially just coming from like downstairs and like down a nearby hall.
I see. I'm sure we'll be able to find that from elsewhere in the building as well. So this just goes deeper in. Like, I assume it doesn't all go through his study.
Yeah.
Alright. Out of curiosity, does this room have like anything that's meant to like light it?
You can see there are sconces for torches that are currently not in use.
And there's no torches in them?
There are torches, but they are not currently lit. They appear like they were used recently and just haven't been replaced yet.
Okay. What do I have?
You want us to circle back to you?
Alright.
Oh.
Didn't I have like a box, like a tinder box?
I know Zephyr got one. Let me check if you have one.
I thought I had one, but I don't see it.
Yeah, if it's not in your inventory, then... But you do recall Zephyr going and grabbing one.
Isn't this room, like, have a lot of stone in it?
There is stone in the room with the curtain, with the Ichor Beast, but everything else is mostly wood. The only things that are stone are, like, the support columns.
Okay. Did the torches seem like they still have, like, do the torches still seem like they have, like stuff to light up with, or are they just completely burnt out?
They look like, you could probably squeeze a little bit of use out of them, but they definitely have been used. So if you can light them, it won't be for very long.
Okay. Alright, then. So Caleb's gonna take... Lucian would hate him for this if she ever found out, but he's gonna take some of the books and try to like, toss...
You make some kindling.
Yeah, but he's gonna try to,
Don't
like,
you fucking
toss
dare.
it.
Oh my god.
He's gonna toss it into the stone
You're
room,
so
because
lucky Lucian's not there to scream
Because-
at you.
obviously stone doesn't burn, but so he's gonna try to use the books to get the fire to go in there as well.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Caleb,
In the other room.
you-
I feel the fervent.
Boom. Caleb, you take a few what few bits of literature Barbarous bothered to keep, and start tearing them
Yeah.
up and tossing them into the stone room for kindling.
Oh my god. You're so lucky Lucian's not there.
And once he does that, he's gonna take one of the torches and try to use a dagger on one of the stone pillars to try to get a spark.
Roll survival.
Hey,
14.
All right. It's a difficult process, and the dagger is duller for your efforts, but you managed to get a somewhat weak flame going.
Caleb will try to use the flame, what little he's got, to try to get like the kindling and curtain to start to go up.
Okay.
And once he sees it, like it starts taking hold, he'll kind of back up towards the door he locked and just watch the flame, and just using his best judgment, he'll unlock the door whenever it looks like it'll take off.
Okay. Caleb, you take a step back. Your dagger is, again, duller for the effort.
I'll pay someone to sharpen it.
Yeah. Just make a note that one of your daggers has a -1 to it. And again, the flame is weak and does take time, but offering it some kindling and food, you slowly manage to breathe life into the flame. And only when the flames have jumped from the pages to the lip of the curtain do you lift.
Well, he wants to make sure, like basically this whole room, he wants to ensure the whole room's gonna go up.
All right, noted.
This whole room and everything in it.
All right. In that case, we'll circle back to you.
No more books. It was not important there.
Well, if it makes Lucian feel any better, it's not about the books.
It's about sending a message. All right.
I think
What's
Caleb
his-
did say he wasn't going to let anyone fall for her.
As you return, Lucian, at this point, you're about halfway done with your ritual. You see Zephyr, just lounging in the corner. Caleb is nowhere to be seen. The rest of the battlefield is left largely untouched. Lucian, Zephyr, you are able to hear that whatever's going on outside has quieted down, although you can still hear dull chatter.
The battle's over.
Team puts up a finger. She's praying.
Praying. All right. Is there anything you wish to do?
He's just going to wait. And while he's waiting, he wants to look back at the memories of the Minotaur and figure out where their house was in his memory. He wants to go try to find the guy's mother.
Okay. So you're going to be leaving the Citadel for a while?
Not yet. He's going to do that on our way out back towards the cave.
Noted. Okay. But other than that, you're not doing anything else for right now?
No, just going over memories.
Okay. Background noise.
Sorry.
Caleb, you're thankfully not left waiting for too long. After about 5 minutes, the fire spreads from the curtain to the rest of the room, slowly beginning to eat its way through at least this room. This citadel's pretty big, so you're not sure if this fire will even be capable of consuming all of it, but at the very least...
as long as it's
yeah.
just this room and the stone room will be going up in flames.
Yeah, which, while the stone room cannot burn in the traditional sense, you do hear that, as you can see, just smoke billowing out of the room with the blocked by the curtain. You do start to hear a low... as the creature begins to choke on the flame and smoke.
Can kind of make sure some of the kindling was in the room.
Nah, like I said, you tossed like most of it in there, since the rest of the room is
Okay.
flammable anyway.
I mean,
It's just that
was
even
the
with kindling,
table
stone
stone?
just doesn't burn.
well, yeah, but like, what was the table stone as well?
Yeah, the table was stone, everything else, the chairs were wooden, but yeah, again, even with those
I
burning.
guess Caleb will just hope that it'll get real hot enough in there.
Mm-hmm.
And Caleb will just say, as he's watching it burn, he'll just kind of say idly, I'm not going to let them know what happened here. It's best that they don't talk to her. They might be susceptible.
Oh, your faith in us is so
You hear the creature once again take in a shuddering inhale before you hear. So the changes did take effect. I'd been hearing about it, but I hadn't seen it for myself yet. That'll be useful to note.
No.
In that case, I will see you at the ball, Your Majesty.
Oh.
Make sure you dress your nicest.
Holy shit, my blood just ran cold. I didn't think that actually happened.
You hear the sound of a cable snap as presumably the flames reached the ropes binding the creature's hands. But other than a clatter of stone and wood, nothing comes out. Either the creature's already dead, or it's just simply too weak to exit that room. And with it being dropped to the ground, it definitely is to be consumed by the flames, along with any evidence of what was happening in here.
Is there like some soot building up and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Caleb's gonna like... Okay. Actually, I don't think he needs to do that, but... Caleb is going to... Is the bookcase like attached to the wall, or is it like a standing bookcase?
Yeah, it's a standing bookcase.
Caleb's gonna make it fall over.
All right. You shove over the bookcase, and it, with a heavy clatter, lands against the desk.
And then Caleb is going to unlock the door, but he's gonna unlock it hastily, trying to make it seem like this fire grew quicker than it actually did.
Noted.
Basically, Caleb's trying... It'll
Yeah,
become
I gotcha.
clear, but he won't... And he'll come stumbling out of the room.
All right. Caleb, hastily throwing the bar to the door side, you shoulder the door open and stumble down the hall as the room goes up in smoke behind you. At this point, Lucian, you have, quick mental math here, 1 minute left on your ritual. Caleb, you come stumbling out of the hall.
I
You
assume
see
with the
Zephyr
door
lounging
open
in the
now...
corner, What's just standing with his arms crossed, and Lucian praying in the corner.
I'm assuming with the door now open, there's probably no smoke coming in here from the fire, right?
Well, the door did like shut back behind you, but
Oh,
yeah, they can see like you do have some soot and smoke on you, and yeah, some bits of smoke did escape when you opened the door. So
Caleb is going to say, I was trying to search that room for any. I was trying to search that bookcase for a mechanism, like what we found in that other place. I think I messed up. I wound up knocking it over, and a torch on it fell too and lit the room on fire.
Yeah, I've seen accidents happen. How fast is it spreading?
It's, as far as I can tell, it's already a lost cause.
But how quickly before it spreads out here?
I'm gonna wait until my minute's up to comment.
I don't think it's. Well, I managed to shut it in. It might take it some time to burn through to get to this point. What's this area made of?
like I said, most of the Citadel is wood.
So we probably should just go ahead and get going as soon as Lucian's done. I think we should have enough time, as long as she's not taking too much longer.
Sounds good.
Okay. Zephyr, as it seems the party's getting ready to leave, I just picture you just getting up and stretching.
Get ready for another marathon.
You're not left waiting for too long, as Lucian, you conclude your examination. You are examining the boots, correct?
Yes.
You identify that these are boots of elven kind.
Ooh.
Wait, for someone who doesn't like people that aren't humans, he sure likes elven kind boots.
This was Wolfhound item.
Okay, so what do they do exactly?
You get advantage on stealth checks.
Caleb, you might be interested in these.
I think Caleb already has some.
Yeah, you're already wearing them.
Caleb's like, I already have some.
Oh. Do you want them, Wesses?
He's gonna look down at his rocket boots. I can't really use multiple pair of boots.
Alright, I guess I'll take them. I don't have special boots.
Alright.
These boots were made for walking.
These boots were made for sneaking, and that's just what they'll do.
Oh,
Does that make me flat if I just do that?
I just picture Lucifer singing that.
Yeah, just back at the fucking mansion in Wicket.
Wait, what is the song stuck in my head for?
Caleb, you are able to hear that from the sounds of it, the battle outside has ceased, and given that you are not currently being surrounded and Whatsis is not panicking, it is likely your side has emerged victorious.
Oh yeah, I'll pass on everything that Sun Dragon and Autumn Claw said.
Did my ears deceive me, or did you just say that you burnt a bunch of books?
He did not say that. He just mentioned that like he knocked a thing over by accident and the room went up in flames.
Yeah, he said a bookcase.
Yeah, I assure you it was an accident. I don't think there's much.
Do you think you can put out the fire with your decanter?
This fire's spreading too quickly. It probably would be best we just leave. Besides, the books are right at the beginning of it, so they're probably all burnt up anyways.
You've already got a shit ton of books. You don't need more.
Yeah, you got plenty of books. We should just go ahead and leave this place. Read up with our troops, get the full report of everything, and start preparing to return home, and then get ready for the ball.
Place ours now, though.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Yes.
I mean, I kind of wanted to make it into like an alliance kind of thing, but I think that's for a later discussion.
We
Yeah.
could determine what to do about all that later. Let's just get. We need to regroup with the others. We could discuss what to do next from there.
Okay. In the meanwhile, who will be, if anyone, taking the Wolfhound, and does anyone want to take Barbaros's body?
I mean,
Well, the
Caleb
body's
will
already
obviously-
outside.
I'm happy with the head. Which
Yeah.
should be in okay condition by now because
Yeah, with your spell, yeah. All right, and what's up, Caleb?
Yeah, Caleb will at least help tend to the Wolfhound situation.
Okay, and what says you're just leaving the body outside?
Yeah. So, if Caleb's okay with it, I'll just pick up the wolfhound and put him on his shoulder.
What damage does that mask that Barbaros is wearing?
In pieces, like broken into, from the looks of it, about 6 pieces.
Wasn't okay. The soldiers, do the soldiers have them as well?
Yeah, they're smaller, but yeah, they are. The officers are wearing them.
I'll put that in Bloodhound or the wolf.
What?
I'll
Okay.
put the mask on the wolfhound.
Oh.
Okay. Lucian, as you complete your identification and prepare to leave, Caleb, you approach the Wolfhound, and what's is you just sling the assassin over your shoulder as Zephyr kind of curiously looks to Barbaros's mask, looks to one of the officers that had assailed him, takes the mask off of them, and runs up and kind of just boop, pops it over the Wolfhound's head.
Also, whenever you mentioned that Barbaros had a mask, I was just imagining something like this.
Kind of picture like you're on the right track. Picture more like Italian style, like one of those masquerade mask kind of vibes.
Because like I thought of this because like, oh, it's a king wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm. No, like I said, you are definitely on the right track. With that, with the assassin in hand, and your victory ordained, you all leave the Citadel behind, as at least a small part of it goes up in smoke. Now, before you guys rejoin the Western Alliance army and basically assess the battle damage, is there any immediate business anyone wants to attend to before you start, figuring out the damage?
The only thing Caleb was going to say is that he was, once he grouped them all up, he was going to tell his thieves they can have their pick. Everything they take from the, city part is theirs, but if they find any treasury or anything from the castle, that goes to Tebadra itself.
Noted.
Which,
Yeah.
where their pay comes from, so,
Mm-hmm. Fair. All right. What's this?
He's going to pass off the wolfhound once they are surrounded by more of their own
Caleb was going to
troops.
have Volpine and a couple of thieves take the Wolfhound and tell them to keep him. Tell them to put him where they're keeping. Put him away from other prisoners for now.
Okay.
And then I'm going to.
So hang on, let me do one person at a time. Sorry. So Caleb, just for my clarification, so you're just telling the Tebadrans put him away from other prisoners, but otherwise just put him in the prisoner tent.
Maybe just put. Yeah, for now.
Okay, got it.
I'll get more detailed later.
Yeah, just wanted to clarify. All right, what's his go ahead?
And and Caleb was just gonna say to Volpine, your concerns may have been justified.
Aren't they always?
We won't give any further clarification at this point.
Neither does he. All right, you good?
Yeah, that's everything.
All right, now what's his go ahead?
Sorry, I just kept realizing I had something to do.
He's going to go look for the Minotaur's weapon.
Okay, so what's his? You just make your way deeper into the city. Zephyr, anything from you? All right, and Lucian, anything from you?
Let's see. What can I do?
Well, I mean, the city's taken. At this point, you're pretty much free to explore. While the civilians are still getting the news that they've been conquered, they're not like in the line of fire or anything. You imagine shops are going to be closed, but but other than that,
I
you're
mean,
pretty much free.
if you can find a way in, you could probably just help yourself.
Yeah, that's what the patrons are doing.
Yeah, like
I am not Tibadron, so I will not be doing that.
yeah, but let's be honest.
Um,
If you find a library full of books,
Yeah.
I bet you'd be tempted.
you have a point, but I also need components.
Now you can just take
Hmm.
it. Spoils of war.
The spoils of war.
To the victor goes the
So
spoils.
conflicted. I don't think that's something Lucian is capable of. I guess
mean,
I'll head back to
hey, for-
camp
Okay.
since there's nothing for me to do here.
All right. Noted. All right. All right.
I'm assuming the thieves are just gonna busy themselves to looting the town.
Oh yeah, no. That this city is everything that's not being nailed down. I literally had a open tab that was just treasure hoard to indicate everything that the thieves are taking. And then you mentioned, oh, they're going to be expected to like everything in the Citadel is going to be a Tabadra tax. I then had to have a separate hoard of the shit they're just going to take for themselves.
Yeah,
I love
Caleb,
Tabadrans. They're
is
fucking
Goody
funny.
around?
What's that?
Is Goody around?
Yeah, you do see he is
Yeah,
covered in blood and smoke, but did survive the battle. Although you notice when he looks at you, his expression is a little wired.
Everything good?
About as good as it can be, Your Majesty. We took a few hits getting in.
This is very unfortunate.
It happens, but lucky we made it. We won, and lot of bloodshed was avoided, thanks to the plan. Everything go well for y'all?
Yeah, pretty much. I was going to ask you, I mean, if you are able, I was going to ask if you can make sure that the kingdom of Tabadra itself will get some gold too. Maybe remind them who sets them up with jobs and how they need. I was hoping to just take everything and say, I was just going to say everything that belonged to the kingdom itself here was going back to Tabadra.
I thought I heard rumors about that going around. Sure thing, Your Majesty. I'll guess I'll head that way and make sure nobody's hands are getting greasy.
Just make sure they all remember that they are also getting a certain amount of pay for their time fighting this battle.
Yeah, guess something we're all still getting used to. Oh, and he will take the because I believe you did give him your stone, correct?
I did.
He will take the stone from his pocket and hold it out to you, Caleb. Mind making sure the colonel gets this back?
Of course.
He gives you a smile and kind of looks over your shoulder before frowning and, hey, there's His Majesty's cut. Put that back. And starts making his way towards the Citadel to keep his eye on the thieves. What's his?
Oh, they gotta remember, gold keeps the walls around Rosrick up.
Well, you gotta remember, to a Tabadran, if the walls fall, run.
Yeah, but that's a lot more tiring.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot easier just to keep them up.
Fair. What's his? Roll investigation.
Yeah. It's
Investigation.
Okay, that's not bad. 17.
Okay. You begin making your way into the city, making your way to one of the outlying districts near the quarry, where you recall in the vision, more on instinct than anything, as if there's a small part of you, almost like a past life, that remembers this being home. As you make your way into... what?
I was going to say, he's going to surrender to that part just a little bit to get him where he needs to go.
Okay. Following more on instinct than anything, you see that the quarry has already fallen victim to the Tebadrins. Tebadrins grab everything they can. Many of them grabbing things that aren't even valuable, just seemingly taking things just to take them. You can see a few civilians have been restrained or pinned, and the Tebadrins are fucking with them just to entertain themselves. You watch it as you pass by one civilian who's literally being held in place by two laughing Tebadrins, as a third one takes what appears to be just construction equipment from the quarry and is flinging it at them to do like a William Tell style challenge.
Yeah. When I see that one, I'm going to pull out the stick of encouragement.
The stick of encouragement.
Behave yourselves.
It's just a bit of fun.
You can have your fun later. This is not the time.
We've been waiting till later for long enough, I think.
You're getting loot. People are innocent.
Well, I think His Majesty would say these, what's that funny word you guys think he would say? Enemy combatants! Necessary casualties? Another Tebadrin drinking from presumably someone else's wine cellar kind of stumbles by. Casualties of war.
I'm gonna smack one of the Tebadrins. Not enough to really hurt them, but just enough to get the point across.
Encourage them.
The stick of encouragement.
Roll intimidation.
Don't. I will say, don't push the luck. Let's see. That is a dirty 20.
As you bap the Tebadrin on the head with a stick of encouragement, he drops the rusty saw blade he's holding and kind of rubs at his head with an irritated look, but he does back away. Just a bit of fun.
There's been enough of that fun today. We're civilians.
He kind of shakes his head, but him and his comrades do slink off. The civilian rubs at their arms, but does look at you with a grateful smile. You can see he's an older man, human, bald head, facial hair, dark but graying at the edges. Fairly portly, but that kind of portly that implies malnourishment rather than overnourishment.
Yeah. My apologies, man. They are just thieves after all.
I would have expected nothing less.
Would I happen to know the Minotaur's mother's name? I haven't gotten that from his memories.
You do. It's fate, as, you know, of course, he mostly simply knew her as Mother. But, find it in my list here, sorry. You would know that her name was Kreta.
I'm gonna see if he knows who she is and where to find it.
Okay. I thank you. He looks to your body and squints before shaking his head. Well, if there is nothing else you can take from me. And he looks like he's about to leave.
You wouldn't happen to know where, I'm not going to try to pronounce that name. I don't think I can do it. Do you know where I can find her?
Greta. Yes.
Yes.
The daughter of the flock. But he does pause briefly before, you can see he's raising his arm to give you directions before he pauses. Why?
I'm not her son. And I would like to pass on word of what happened to me.
Oh, it is a shame. Then, perhaps you will give her what she deserves. Down that way. Tallest house.
I will pull out 2 gold and give it to him. Thank you.
He takes the gold cautiously and looks around to make sure none of the Tibetans are watching him before he shoves it down his shirt. Bless you. May you come to see the error of your ways.
Well, he'll let it slide. They're going through a rough time.
Alright. You slip your way further into town following the direction he gave you. And indeed, you can see the Tibadrons are heavily packed into a large 3-story building constructed from the stone of the quarry. You can see it's easily accessible. It has the appearance of likely some sort of public housing. This isn't the same building that you saw her in the flashback. Perhaps her domain had changed since then. As you enter the building, you can see the Tibadrons are delightedly looting, but it's what they're looting that concerns you.
Uh-oh.
You see they're looting a variety of what you instantly recognize are mechanical parts.
Oh.
Not just construction equipment like what you were seeing before, but you notice little bits of metal and wire that are deliberately assembled to look like thin, spindly body parts.
Oh.
You can see one Tibadron is using what appears to be a bronze skull to kind of do like a little improvised puppet show to one of his buddies. You can see another one waves at you with a spindly bronze arm.
Medical facility, I'm guessing.
Seems like it. As you make your way along...
How much are they taking at this point?
Everything.
Yeah, they're thorough. I remember that.
Remember, everything that they don't get use out of, they'll just sell back in Rosewick. There's not a thing that runs through the Tibadron economy that wasn't taken from someone else. As you make your way up, indeed, you do see several medical cots. Most of them are unoccupied, and the Tibadrons are just idly teasing some of the ones that are still in them, including the woman you came to find. She's curled on a table, likely either currently or perhaps was before the invasion began, about to undergo some kind of procedure. She's covered in blood, and the Tibadrons are sitting across from her. They're mostly just ignoring her, but you notice every time she attempts to slip away from the table and leave, they'll grab something nearby and throw it at her just to keep her in place. You notice, though, they're not laughing. This one doesn't appear to be for entertainment.
Okay. I can save their lives.
You can see the Tebadrons as you approach the woman give you a nod. One of them kind of idly flicks a rock at her.
That's enough. I have business with this woman.
Was wondering when you'd get here. He rises to his feet, seeming like they'd been waiting for a while. We'll leave you to it. Come on, boys. Let's see if they found the healing potions yet.
Oh.
As the Tebadrons leave, the woman stares up at you before curling into a ball, but glaring at you over her knees. What do you want? I've already told your men I don't know anything.
I'm not here for that. I'm here to give you some. I met your son.
She squints.
What was left of him?
She looks away from you.
Your son was a Minotaur, correct?
I never had a son.
Oh, I don't care about.
I never had a son.
Oh.
I swear.
Huh?
Just leave me alone.
Yes.
What more can you possibly take from me? I've told your men everything I know. They've been holding me here for hours because they think I'll tell you something. I swear I don't know anything. I never had children. I'm not sick. I shouldn't even be here.
Well, then you're free to go.
She looks up and stares at you, looking for any hint of deception. Are you telling the truth?
Yes. He is not going to stop him. If she wants to move, she may.
Okay. She slides off the table, kind of taking a stumbling step. She's bloody and tired, and clearly wants nothing more than to return home, which she will do after elbowing her way past you. You can see the Tebadrons watch her, but again, you notice an absence of the laughter that they've been harassing the other people with. Their gazes are suspicious, cautious, observant. Less like the look the common Tebadron gives to an enemy, and more like the look you see Caleb and Zephyr give people.
What look is that?
Are they a threat? And if they are, what am I going to do to stop it?
I'll just motion to them to let it be.
One of the Tebadrons kind of spits, but they follow your direction. And the moment she's gone, they just shake their heads before returning to looting.
He is going to ask him, what were y'all trying to, like, what kind of information are y'all trying to get? That y'all have to go through all of that.
One of the Tebadrons, a red-headed girl. Ain't it obvious? She grabs a crate of what appears to be various medical instruments. When she sees your look, she just kind of blows some of her hair out of her face and hands the box off to one of her comrades and puts her hands on her hips as she turns back to you. We found her in here while we were taking the place. From everyone we fought our way through, looked like they were about to do some kind of surgery. But when we asked her what kind of surgery they were going to do on her, she got real cagey, wouldn't say anything. We figure that means she's hiding something. We thought if we just kept her here long enough, she'd eventually crack.
Honestly, there's no telling what kind of surgery. Poor Warren did just lose her child recently. It was in a bit of a bad mental spot.
She gives a shrug. All we know is when we hear people we don't know are doing surgery, everything we've seen traveling with y'all means lockdown.
I mean, that's fair.
That is fair. Well, I don't think you have to worry about that one. And if you do, I can go ahead and y'all can blame it on me.
Oh, we plan to. Ain't that right? Yep, Oh, yeah. Oh, definitely. Yep.
That's the babies.
They return to looting. In all, as the city is taken, the Battle of Toradana lasted 15 minutes total. 1,094 Barbaresian soldiers were killed.
Oh, wow.
7,604 were taken prisoner. The Western Alliance suffered 23 casualties. All 13 of the paladins died in battle. 35 of the Tabadran riflemen were killed, taking the city. In all, counting your battle in the palace, the Battle of Toradana lasted 15 minutes and resulted in a total of 1,126 casualties. However, you have won. Barbarous is dead. The Wolfhound has been taken prisoner, and Toradana has been taken. And with any luck, with the governor dead, the rest of Barbarous will likely be easier to take if there's even a fight at all. After months of planning and effort, the Western Alliance has secured their first victory against the Scar Concord. And you all have achieved yet another victory. Only 2 members of the outer circle of the Concord remain. Half of the outer circle has been dealt with. You all level up.
Woo!
And that is where the arc Where We Stand ends, with the victory of the Battle of Toradana. You guys will have some time to prep for the ball before you go to attend. If you wish to make any plans, you may do so. And the next arc will be Hungry for More.
How much time do we have here?
Let me double check. You have, not counting today, since you probably want a long rest before you start making any other prep. You have 2 weeks before the ball begins.
Okay. We
will take a small break to plan, allow you guys to orchestrate your level ups and make any adjustments you wish to do for the ball. But the Battle of Toradana is over. The Western Alliance has won. Half of the Scar Concord's outer circle is gone. However, you have been left with yet more pieces to pick up. The Wolfhound's identity has been revealed to Caleb, and What's-His suspects that the dwarves may indeed have done something to him to turn him into what he is. With any luck, him being taken prisoner might turn things around. And while Barbarous might be dead, Caleb, you now are the sole Ulsley member that knows the Lady in White intends to make an appearance of some kind at the Winter Ball. And the Scar Concord's inner circle is still out there. Lucifer Alefakir's service to the Scarcon court has ended, as supposedly he has given the Lady in White what she wanted, and he has acquired what he's wanted. Lucian is now his only obstacle remaining. The rest of the Concord's motivations and wants and plans remain obscure. And the voice of the Lady in White has finally been heard. That is where this arc ends. Check out our website at officiald5hub.info. Down for maintenance at the moment, but soon to resurrect from the grave like a filthy necromancer who just wants to get some books by any means necessary. Check out our link in chat to join our official D5 Discord server if you want to hang out with us directly. Support our episodes, post on Apple Podcasts, Pandora, Google Podcasts, and the iHeart Podcast Network. Wherever you have to get your podcast from, you can probably find it there. For our audio listeners, catch us live on Tuesdays at 7 o'clock Central Daylight Time on twitch.tv/Odd Tornado Productions. Check out Odd Tornado Productions official on Tumblr to find links to our other works, including our Human Rogues Twitch channel at twitch.tv/Killer5. That is 5 with a PH, don't get it wrong. If you enjoy what we do, please support us on Patreon. That link will be posted in chat. On Ko-fi at ko-fi.com/Odd Tornado Productions. And follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/TornadoOdd. The TNO are capitalized if you want to get immediate updates whenever we go live, as well as updates on everything else we're doing. And if you want to see more of this party, plus or minus a few, tune in Mondays at 7 o'clock Central Daylight Time for our Monday game, Under Locks and Keys, featuring a party of globetrotting treasure hunters assembling the artifacts of the gods in a race against technology-worshipping cultists. We are on a break next week, but then the week after, we will be beginning our final chapter, and that campaign will be coming to its close. So the whole playlist is on YouTube if you want to play catch-up. And we hope to see you there for Where It All Ends. Thanks everyone at the table so much for playing. Thanks everyone at home so much for watching. And we'll see you all next week.